wasting no time today and getting back onto this project. As you guys know, we left off putting the subflooring on, but we didn't get all the way down because we actually want to build the flooring on the other side. So we ended up moving all of our stuff from that side over to this side on the flooring. So we do have some goals that we have set for ourselves for today. So hopefully, because it is supposed to be a little bit cooler than it has been for the last week or so, we're hoping that maybe we can make really good progress, more so than we've made in the last couple days.
So now that this is all cleared out, we can get back to work. But I did want to address just a couple things that I've been noticing in the comment sections. We don't want you guys to be confused about anything, but it seems like there's a lot of you that are like confused on what's going on with this build. So this is going to be turned into an entire building, first off, if that makes sense to you guys. We've been getting a lot of comments about, hey, if it's going to be climate controlled, how come you're not insulating the floor? Well, I'll tell you this right now, our house built the same way, no insulation underneath. You guys know that if you guys watch the videos from the past. There's real no need to insulate the bottom. Here where we live, it doesn't get, you know, -20. Only 1 month out of the year you'll get maybe the ice on the ground sometimes. So it's not like we live up in northern Michigan or in Canada and we got to put R30 on the ground and stuff like that. Just so you guys understand, that's why we didn't insulate the flooring, because the house isn't insulated like that, and it's great. There's no problems with it. That's one of the first things I wanted to address. Second thing, the roof, right? You know, it's a lean-to right now, right? As you guys can see, it's a lean-to. Well, when we built that, we only built it that way because we needed something really, really quick to cover up all of our tools for like the next year that we're going to be working, year and a half. So the quickest way is to just do a lean-to style and you're good to go. Well, at the end of this, when this is all done, this is going to be a gable. Just like the greenhouse, just like the Thunderdome, just like the house, because that's going to be able to support more weight. This this span on this is not correct with 2x4s. I knew that when we built it, so we're going to be using like 2x6s and really make it nice, because like I said, once again, this is going to be an actual building, like fully enclosed, just everything. You guys will see. And then the final thing I want to address, which has been talked about since the second we even mentioned that we were going to do this build, okay, is the heating and cooling, climate control. Mr. Cool, right? You guys see it? So you guys, if you watched before too, you've seen us install this inside of our house with the help of Mike from DD5. Thank you again, Mike. This is a 36K unit, and it's got 4 outlets pretty much. You can hook up 4 head units. Right now in the house, we are only using 3. So our plan, since a long time ago, once we started doing this, is that we are going to be using the last port on here, and it's going to come right over here. This wall right here, when it's done, is going to have one of those Mr. Cool things on it. You guys see right here? That's where the line set goes in, and on the other side of that is a head unit. Okay, that one head unit is going to keep this entire room heated, and it's going to keep it cooled. Same thing that's in our house right now. Our living room is bigger than this space right here that we're building, this room, okay? And the one head unit in there keeps it 70 degrees and it's 100 and something outside. So when it comes to heating and cooling, if you guys were confused a little bit, I wanted to clarify that because we get so many questions of, are you going to heat it? Are you going to cool it? How is that going to be a storage room when there's no heating and cooling? Why don't you guys just leave the roof the way it is? It's fine. So I just wanted to clarify all that with you guys, our thought process behind things. We do have experience here where we're at for 4 years now. The weather, what needs to happen, what doesn't need to happen. So everywhere around the world, around the United States, everywhere, everything is different depending on your location, your climate, and things like that. So just because you may do it a certain way where you're at does not mean it needs to be done the exact same way over here. Actually, one last thing. We call this the canning room. I've called it the pantry. I've called it Roxy's den. I've called it all kinds of things. The purpose, so we're 100% clear on this, guys, because I know it's confusing because we're calling it so many different things, and that's, I guess, my fault. But the purpose of this, when it's done, completely done, it's basically going to be a walk-in grocery store for Roxanne. We're gonna have shelving all in here. I even thought about getting her a little tiny cart, you know what I mean, just to make it funny. But it's gonna be shelving in here, and it's gonna be canned and dry goods storage. So she's not gonna be in here canning, if that makes sense. I know we call it the canning room, but I'm calling it the canned room. Canning room meaning for canned goods is where they're gonna be stored at. So hopefully that clarifies a couple of things for you guys. With Shed to House, which we have over here, there's not a lot of storage space for food, for anything. You got to really be like mindful on things. So that's why we wanted to build this, because this is going to open up so much space for different things. You know, not just canned goods, but maybe we'll have one shelf for all of our day-to-day goods if we need to, or something. You know, toilet paper, paper towels, extra shampoos, stuff like that. That's the plan of this. I think it's going to be super awesome. It's going to be fully have windows on one side. I know it's canning, but we'll address that later. Okay, but it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for it to get done. It's a complete build from ground up, an actual building, tiny house area, canning room, pantry, whatever you want to call it. That's what it's going to be, and it's going to be awesome. I'm using real Old Faithful today. The other one was fake Old Faithful. I couldn't find Old Faithful earlier, but I found him, and here he is. Crazy taking this whole thing apart, because when we put it together and we were building it, it was so exciting. Like, oh my god, I'm so happy to have a pole barn or something.
Yeah, it was
right?
well, it was one of our first biggest projects we worked on.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm looking at the way I built it. Like, obviously it's lasted for 4 years. It ain't fell over yet, right?
Or rotted away.
Yeah, but man, have we come a long ways in terms of how to build stuff.
Yeah.
In the past 4 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wood pile we've been accruing for a year.
Well, if you've known that wood pile, you guys have known that it's moved around quite a bit since we've been here in the last 4 years.
Hey, and I will say this. We have used many a scrap wood from that scrap wood pile.
Oh yeah, actually I will say that there is some scrap wood from that pile in here on this right now. Yeah. And we'll probably add more to that collection today.
Probably.
Yeah. Now that Anthony has removed all of the siding off this pole barn, it looks so much bigger. Even with just this like L shape we had, this little back corner piece, it just like really opened it up now. I was kind of feeling kind of different when you're inside with that one corner all blocked off, but It looks so nice. Look, guys.
And this section is going to be my tool room.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Yeah. I think once we get the flooring on there,
Yeah.
right, I think you'll get a real perception of the size of it.
Well, in my mind, this is almost the same size as the greenhouse.
True.
The greenhouse is only 2 more feet
Longer.
long.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same size as that. And I've been in there, I'm like, man, this is like perfect for like workbenches and stuff to put all your tools away. And I mentioned it before, but I want to do the cliche pegboard up on top. You know, this makes it nice and neat.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be perfect for it.
Yeah. And I think
I'm looking forward to it.
with the pegboard too, I mean, it's going to free up a lot of these totes that have like random tools and stuff in there.
Yeah, I want to get rid of all of those totes.
Yeah.
We've been tote city since 2021. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's what we could just do, keep it out of the weather as best we can and organize somewhat was in a tote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And keep our stuff safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my rattlesnake tail.
Yeah, from last year.
I don't know how, but it just was on the ground.
Yeah, I thought it
I'm
was
glad you found it.
Yeah, I thought it was a grub.
But look at this. You guys can know the size of that rattlesnake that had to disappear. It was literally right there.
Yeah.
Like right there.
Yeah.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 buttons.
Wow.
A lot.
Yeah.
For now. Nice. Gravel's hard.
Yeah. Not a fun job.
Yeah, very little needs to come off this one. But I want to be precise. Only needs like 1/8 of an inch. I'd like to talk to you guys about the state of our country and the choices that we make every single day. Every day, guys, when we walk into these big, giant, massive, big box stores, it seems like we have endless options. Like, options are everywhere. Freedom of choice? It's an illusion, guys. It's been carefully crafted by these major corporate giants. Believe it or not, it's just around 11 companies that control everything that we buy. I think it's time to wake up and smell the chemicals, like literally. Did you know that most of the products in these big box stores contain very harmful chemicals? I mean, chemicals that get into our bodies, our pets, pet food, the environment, and they're just wreaking havoc all along the whole step of the way. Did you guys know at any given time, these big companies, they are undergoing hundreds, if not thousands of lawsuits. Like, take a look at this. Like, I didn't even know any of that stuff was happening. You really have to like dig down deep and research yourself to even find this kind of stuff out, because they have so much money. What ends up happening, it gets swept under the rug, and we don't even know about it. We don't even know this stuff's happening. I used to use Old Spice deodorant, and it used to burn. I just thought it was, oh, well, I'm not used to it, whatever. No, nuh-uh. Nope, there's reasons why it burned. These big companies, they don't care about the small guy. The only thing they care about is their bottom line. So if it hurts the small guy, me and you, along the way, so be it. A lot of these guys, these companies, their values don't even align with our values. I'm a patriot. I love America. I care about the environment. I care about not having toxic, hazardous materials in my house, around my dogs, around my son. I don't want any of that. So I urge you guys, click the link down below in this video, get some more information, switch away. The only thing we can do is stick together, and a whole bunch of small people, we can make this movement happen. There have been thousands and thousands of people that have been doing the switch, making the switch, sending our money to American-made, family-owned local businesses. You can do it too. Instead of spending this much money at the big box store, you're now spending it over here. Same amount of money on everyday items, guys. We're talking like toothpaste, soap, cleaning supplies, detergents, health and beauty stuff, vitamins, so much stuff that's all American made and really, really, really good for you. They spend millions of dollars doing research to get the best, most eco-friendly ingredients and extraction methods and different things. It is the best thing I've come across, and I really want to share it with you guys. You need to be invited to be a part of this. So guys, let's stop feeding this corporate machine. You know they don't care about us anyway. Let's start focusing on more of America. America first. Let's start focusing on that. Let's have a more healthier, happy, better future for our kids, for ourselves, for our grandkids, for everything. Can't do it alone, guys. Click that link down below. You will not be disappointed, I promise you.
Well, I see you're working smarter, not harder, huh?
Yep, I don't want to, same thing that happened last time, happen this time. We should have done it earlier, but this way we know when you put the board on, they're all going to be the exact same, up and down. Oh. Bite my shoulder.
If it's not one thing, it's something else. And of course, it seems like it's that time of year or they're back, but the horse flies are in full force right now. They have bitten me several times. If you guys just witnessed, Anthony just got bit or whatever they do.
They bite.
Yeah, and they linger around too. Like Anthony was walking to go grab some wood, and he turned around and he had a big old fat horsefly on his back, and I was like, hey, you got a horsefly on your back? And it's just hanging out on his back, you know.
They're not even every once in a while. They come out and they'll be here all day.
Yeah.
All day they'll be biting us. And
yeah.
It's like, I'll tell Roxane, don't move. You got a giant one on your back, and I'll smack it with my hat and kill it.
Yeah.
But it don't matter. There'll be like 30 that come back in like 5 minutes.
Yeah. So that first year we were out here, during the summertime, around this time that year, it was bad with the horseflies. So they come in waves, so I'm thinking this is the year for them. So they come around, what, full force every 4 years, let's say?
At least, I mean,
yeah.
they're probably here every year, but for us, it seems like it's horse flies, then regular flies,
yeah,
and then Japanese beetles.
Oh yes.
And now back to horsefly.
Yeah, and then those those are Japanese beetles that look like little ladybugs, but they're like mock ladybugs. Those were really bad last year, but they come around in the wintertime. So we're fighting horseflies today. Not the weather, we're fighting horseflies.
So funny, back in the day when we built this thing, we didn't realize it until right now when we're tearing it apart. For some reason we're measuring for the floor joists. But this 4x4 post is 1.5 inches more in than all the other ones. So this last post, when we did this, we must have measured wrong, like maybe on the outside instead of the inside or something, or inside instead of outside. So now I had to put a block right here to bring this rim joist out, and then when we start finishing the walls, I'm just gonna have to like put another 2x4 up to match it down this way. But I'm glad we caught that now, or else it wouldn't be a square, it would be like a, you know what I mean? So good catch.
So a good thing about having this little measuring mishap on this side, which is where Anthony's garage portion is going to be, is that we're not actually building like a whole solid wall right here. It's only going to be, you know, maybe a couple feet on each side, because we're going to put like, I don't know, maybe a garage barn door, do something right here, you know, so you can come in and out. So with that happening right there, I think it'll be okay.
I ain't playing no more.
Yeah, these horseflies, guys.
Ridiculous.
I just killed another one on Anthony.
Spray my back.
Yeah, oh yeah, your back for sure.
All right.
Yeah, but you can trust me.
Let's put this one on the line. Can't use the cheater on this one for the
It was pretty easy to hang up these floor joists there, babe.
Well, I did it the smart way, just like we did on our deck.
Yeah.
And besides, this was my area. So I wanted to make sure it was perfect.
Yeah, make sure it's nice and level.
Make sure it's
and,
perfect.
yeah, make sure we have no problems when we put the subfloor on.
I mean, I don't mind about yours being whatever, but this was my area, so very important I do a good job.
Well, you gotta make sure all your boards that you cut and stuff in there are straight, you know, so you gotta have a level surface, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks so good. And actually, I can't believe the amount of space now that we added all the floor joist in and plus all the flooring that we got put in. This thing is huge.
Yeah, it's a lot bigger with this than not.
Yeah. All done. It looks so nice, baby. What do you think?
Looks like all the other floor we've been doing for a while.
Right.
No, it looks good.
Yeah.
We just got to get some more subfloor, plywood, 5/8.
You still gotta do the hangers too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the hangers, all that kind of stuff. But it's already late in the afternoon, so I'm gonna be calling it right now.
Yeah.
Try not to work too late when it's hot.
Yeah, it is getting a little warm. It's not as warm as it has been, but
No.
if you're out here working in it, it's not fun.
No, but it looks great.
It does look good, baby.
I'm excited.
Me too.